I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise, cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Well, I don't give a damn.
Hey guys, Sparkyspipes, hey ya, or in Bushcraft, USA, I am, Northern Woodsman, I believe, I think. I am up here in the mountains of Idaho. Did a day trip, took the new tote goat out for a spin to see how it was working and how it was doing, and if it'd get me up here, if it'd tow all my gear, that sort of thing. Before I get too far, I'll tell you what I'm smoking here. I brought up my Chris Morgan pipe. You guys have seen this a billion times. I still smoke it. I still take it out here. I love the shape of it. It still smokes like a dream. But what's in it is very cool because you guys know me, my memory, right? Well, I do things or tricks to myself. I'll hide stuff from myself. So, like, I thought I drank all of the rum that Glenn sent me. And I was getting ready to pack and got through all my stuff and grabbed my extra box I always go through. And behold, I had an extra flask I filled up with that rum and hid from myself so I wouldn't find it until I went camping. Also in that box was a tin of Devil's Holiday that I apparently stashed away. Duke gave it to me in 2014 is what's written on the back. So I got a couple of really nice surprises here. It's a little early to be drinking, so the rum will come later, but I'm going to enjoy the Devil's Holiday right now. Hanging out, making some coffee, hot water, and then I got this little guy in the back getting ready to boil up so I can have some ramen for midday brunch because I didn't have breakfast. But anyways, yeah, I grabbed the tote goat, loaded my backpack on the back of it, have a gallon of gasoline on the front. Although the thing goes like 30 miles on a tank of gas, which is like a gallon. I wanted to be safe, so I brought extra gas. So yeah, I ended up coming up, left McCall, North Fork, right in here, or Lake Fork, where I live, is at about 5,000 feet, or 5,100 feet, or something like that. Left that, came up, and now I'm at 6,200 something, I think. I was trying to get up across to Jug Mountain Meadows, which is at, I think, 63 or 6,400 feet, but the road is actually blocked off with snow, and it's a little bit of a whoa before you get there. So, I stopped here. The tote goat, this is a tote goat from Coleman. If you don't know what a tote goat is, T-O-T-G-O-A-T, it's a mini bike. They are built like a frickin' tank, number one. They don't go very fast. I think max is like 20 miles an hour. It has a little engine in it that's like a 6 horsepower motor, like a Briggs & Stratton, kind of like a lawnmower. thing starts on a dime every time. It has no shocks whatsoever. So on the bumpy sections of the road, the tire kept on wanting to do wheelies on me, which was interesting. It did great on all the back roads, all the trails. The only problem I had was there's a couple spots where it goes from one trail to a logging road, and so it's just a big incline, like 70 degree, 60 degree, just a whoop for like 25 feet. If you don't have momentum, that will not go up by itself. The clutch won't engage. So I found either I have to get a running start at it and get it going, or you just get off it and you just gotta push a little bit and it'll walk itself right up. Besides that one thing, the really heavy climbs, the thing has been wonderful. It got me up here, which I'm, I don't know, like 5 miles, I think, or 3 miles. 3? I think it's more like 3 or 4 miles from the valley. It got me up here in no time. Luckily split, no worries. I got to carry a lot of stuff I don't get to carry, like this pot I usually don't carry unless I have the family with me. The cast iron and the grill I usually don't carry unless I'm having the family with me. I loaded everything that I wanted to be comfortable, and it was not bad at all. It handled it pretty nice. So the guys are wondering about the Coleman, what is it, CT200U. I got mine from Cabela's. Apparently if you buy yours from Walmart, they have problems. The one from Cabela's that have the camo fenders, those are a lot better, apparently. I've had not one problem. A little squirrely, but I think that's more my balance issue than the bike. It did wonderful coming up. Saw several deer coming up. What was it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7, and I just heard a couple over here. I did stop and get pictures of a couple of them, so I'll put that in there. A lot of the ground squirrels are out running around. I had something over here coming at me through the bush. I could hear it every once in a while. I'm not sure which one it was, if it was a bear or if it was a cougar or what. So I just ended up making a lot of noise, cutting the wood, and kind of singing to myself, and they took off. Because this area right here is not traveled a whole bunch. The only time this is traveled is when I'm trying to get from here over to the other side, over this mountain behind me. This one is, I think, just over 7,000 feet. And then Louis Lake is just off to my right, which is off Jug Mountain, or Jug Handle Mountain. That's a spot I will be going to later, go for fishing. It's a trophy lake. Later on, that's a well-traveled from down the other way up. But Jug Mountain is the one I was trying to get close enough to see where the snow load is on that, because that is 8,200 or 8,300 feet high, and that one's just the ridge is right here. Actually, I got a bug on me. Bugs are terrible right now. Everything's wet, super damp. So what I did was I went and got all my firewood, which was all wet, and I was trying out a new bow saw I got, which worked out wonderful. So I cut a couple freestanding dead logs that were hanging up off the ground, cut those in down, which was fat wood, of course, because they were laying like that. So I cut it just before the ground and then about a foot up to get the fat wood out of it, where the wood still wouldn't be wet. Curled that all up and then went over to, I got a picture of it, it's a big down pine tree, and so there's a stump sitting there and it broke off and fell down, which is awesome if you ever find that, because there'll be a tubular kind of big core section sticking up, and usually there's just pine resin and the whole just kind of fat wood shit just hanging all over there. So I got a whole bunch of that, curled that up, put that on top, put a layer of wet sticks on the bottom, then a layer of bigger sticks, and then which is all wet, about 3 inches high, took all this stuff I was telling you about, put it on top, took a lighter because I wanted a fire, I didn't want to practice. Took a fire, lit my curls, fat wood, that stuff took off immediately, which melted the resin, and that went down over all the wet wood, and I instantly had rocket hot fire. So, worked out great. So one of the tricks, if you're in a really wet area, is use accelerants like pine pitch or fat wood to help get everything going. But beautiful. There's only about 3 or 4 tracks from side by side that came up the other way. I haven't seen any footprints up here at all yet. So I probably could stay up here a week and not see one person, which is nice. This is also one of my hunting areas. That's why anytime if I can't go up to where I'm going, I'm come back here because this is one of the spots I'm scouting. I have a game trail that comes off, breaks off in 3 sections, comes to a point here, comes across the ridgeline, breaks off into 2, goes down for a bedding area. Is where last year I sat in the middle of a deer herd and let them walk around and stuff with buglers, and then they go off the ridge on the other side. So I'm more likely to be bow hunting on the other side of this ridge, right where it confluences where they have to come back together again. But anyways, yeah, I just want to say, hey, what's up? Haven't done a video in a while. I brought the GoPro up. I haven't got a mount for my bike yet, so later on I'll get pictures coming up here and going down and all that kind of crap. Trying to take some photos as I go. But just a day trip. I want to test, of course. You know, you got new gear and stuff. You always want to go out and be able to test it where you know you can get back easily. So we're gonna go here. I keep on hearing something move up there. I'm not sure where it's at though. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here and brew some coffee and get that water. It's almost boiling now, so I got to get the boiling a little over because the altitude has to be kind of a heavy boil because this is all creek water from down there. Even though it's heavy runoff, and one of the springs actually is just here. There was some stuff from the herds going back and forth. I want to make sure they boil it because I didn't want to walk upstream, 50 feet to get the water. So I was being lazy. So I'll get that stuff done. I'll come back at you guys later. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned I was rambling. The bugs are really bad up here. How I got rid of them, got the fire rocking, and then I went up and found some dry on top, wet on bottom cow pies and some elk shit, and brought all that back to the camp. And then as soon as I got the fire rocking, I actually stacked it around so it would start smoldering. And if you get any kind of dung from herbivores, basic condensed grass, it will actually get rid of your bugs for you. So instead of having bugs all in my ears every 10 seconds, now I get one every like 5 minutes, which is nice. So, and then you get a bumblebee that comes over and says hi. So anyways, catch you in a bit.
I don't want to see the end of her frozen world. She shows me her snow and glaciers that melt into tears. She calls me back home.